Hello guys, this is just a video to have a moan at you guys, really. I'm going to say this and I'm not going to be nice about it, so I'm just going to come out of it. Most of you YouTube DJs, you're shit. Hate to say this, but I've been watching you guys for about 6 months and there's things that I've picked up on. One, your music, your understanding of music is poor. You're crap. You're utterly shit at track selection. And you are too reliant on technology. What I've noticed about most of you is you don't play your records. Why is it you modern DJs, you only play half a record? And I know why you play only half a record. Because halfway through a track, there's something called the silent bit, which is usually full of effects and sound effects and all this. And you have to use this to then slam in another track. And that's what you do. You don't mix, you just slam in other tracks. In fact, your whole DJ career is this. Ready? Silent bit, into next track. Silent bit, into next track. In fact, your whole DJ equipment might as well just be a crossfader. Because that's all you do. And the reason why you do it is because dubstep, typically, when it ends suddenly. And there is no effects. There's no long bit of sound where you can hide your lousy mixing. It just ends suddenly. And because it ends suddenly, that means you've got to think. You now have to bring in another track somehow where the other track just cuts off. Oh shit, I've got a fucking DJ. But you guys don't. And your playing style, what you're doing is you're ruining DJing because you're bro step at everything. 32-bit intro, then you play 256 beats of the main hook, and then you 32-beat outro into a fucking intro, and rinse and repeat. And that is your whole DJing fucking career. All of you on YouTube, you play the fucking same. Are you all in a room fucking wanking each other off? Because you all play exactly the same, yet you don't fucking know each other. Because you can't fucking DJ. And what you're doing, this bro step kind of style DJing, yeah, 12-year-olds do this. At my local, down the road. 12-year-olds do that because they think that that's mixing. And it's easy. And of course they're 12. And when they're mixing one track into another, doing this outro and intro thing, and they think that's DJing, they think they're really proud of themselves. But little do they know that that is like the most basic, like, you're not even DJing, mate. My stereo there does random select just as good as in fact, my stereo can random select tracks better than you DJs. Because this Technic stereo can actually blend in the other two tracks together. Oddly enough. And it sounds like you guys, but it does it better because it actually does the EQs and all that. And that's how you play. You're all crap. You list your set, yeah, as dark. Starts off dark. First couple of tracks are dark. Oh no, suddenly now we're into hardcore now. It gets hard. And then it gets into, I don't know what the fuck it gets it into. Deep dub? What's deep dub? Deep dub is usually acoustic. Minimal acoustic, heavy bass. Oh no, deep dub to you guys sounds more like trance. Or that's how your set ends up. Now, you guys have zero understanding of how to actually beat match one track into another. And because you don't beat match, you have no intimacy with your fucking records. You know it by name only. And that the first couple of seconds of you hearing it, you know what it sounds like. But intimately, you don't know that record. And because you don't beat match, it means you don't know your records. And after you, like I said, you only play the first half, so you don't even know, right at this very moment, you don't know what the other half of your tracks sound like. And yet you claim to be a fucking DJ. Honestly, most of you are pants. Now, I've been going on YouTube. I'm an ex-battle DJ. I've been DJing since the 90s. I'm retired from that kind of crap now. But I still play at clubs and things like this. You know what I mean? Now, I came onto YouTube and just put up some mediocre, as in I'm pissing around on my own fucking shit, sets, which are better standard than half of you fucking clowns. So I've decided that I've had enough of you fucking YouTubers playing only half a record, somehow demanding respect, like you fucking deserve it. So I've had enough. So I went out of my way, and I went to Beatport, and I specifically chose, I think, around 20 ambient acoustic tracks. And then I found that they weren't in key, so I had to go back into Beatport and look for other acoustic tracks that were in key to fill in the spaces where it went from one key to another, but it was extreme. Anyway, I did all this. It took me about 7 hours, 7 hours, going through nearly all day Beatport to find these tracks. And I found these tracks, and I decided to play it properly. Now I put up a set called Beat My Set, You DJs Are Shit. If you guys can't even beat that basic set on the principle of how to DJ correctly, if you can't do that, then you're not a fucking DJ. You're a pretender. And I'm setting the standards. I'm raising the standards. I may not be technically as good as a turntablism, but I don't like turntablism anymore. Hip hop, things like this, is completely different to other types of music, and how you implement it. In the last, say, 10 years, I've focused more on dance music, and the whole turntablism thing is, I'm past that now. Been past it a while. So technique to me is irrelevant, because technique to me just means one thing. It's called rehearsing and editing. I could play my set over and over and over 20 times till I get it perfect. Then I can upload it and just write on the thing, just made this set 5 minutes ago. That's what you guys do on YouTube. So any mistakes, I only do it once. I do one take. I play the music and I upload it. And yeah, there are mistakes on it. And you hear it. Because I'm not an egotistical twat who thinks a turntablism, yeah, is DJing when it's not. There's nothing fundamentally about DJing when it comes to turntablism. They're two separate schools. Require two different skills. A turntablist, yeah, they can slam them tracks in, fucking shit hot, cut, chop, whatever, yeah, they could do it, bang on every time, but give him a house track, a couple of house tracks, he'd be scratching his head going, how do you mix this? Just the same as the house DJ wouldn't be able to do turntablism. They're completely different, they have different schools, different complexity, and different understanding. But you DJs, who claim to be dubstep DJs, why are you doing turntablism in your sets? If you want to be a turntablism, yeah, if you want to do that shit, then change your channel and focus on that. But don't bring that shit don't bring that crap, yeah, into dance music or dubstep. I can tell you right now, where I work, yeah, if you tried any of that turntablism crap, yeah, the guy will probably not hire you ever again. Because people, they go out to get drunk, chat up girls and boys, dance, and have a good time. And they want the customers to come back. And they want a DJ who plays music that brings them back. We're not interested in your intellectual way of how you play music, because everything you're doing with regarding turntablism is completely intellectual. Music is not about you and your fucking opinion. Music is what the artist wrote. Your job, being the fucking DJ, is to play the fucking record exactly as it was written. But you guys just can't even do that. You're shit. Everything about you is shit. You can't mix. You can't structure tracks. You can't blend tracks in together. You have to repeatedly do the same thing over and over. Bro-step mixing methods. You got no thought into it. And what's even worse is originality. I can't distinguish any of you guys from the other. I put a blindfold on and I can literally, well, get my friend to load up these mixes, and I'll be there going, I don't know which DJ's doing this or what, because you all sound the fucking same. You're all crap. So, I've had enough of you guys. So unless you're on my level, and I will admit, yeah, I use CDJs, and I am not on a level like I used to be 20 years ago when I was doing vinyl. Since I went on to the CDJs, my knowledge, my technique, and everything has changed so much that when I actually go back to vinyl, I find vinyl a lot harder now, and I've really got to concentrate on what I'm doing. But you're not, you know, and I'm not on their level. I used to be, not anymore. Vinyl DJs, as far as I'm concerned, they're kings. No one's better than a vinyl DJ. Period. Next, CDJ Mark IIIs, because these are technically 1210 turntables. They have quartz drives, just like a turntable. And that's what they are. So, unless you're on my level, unless you're on that level, you're not a DJ. Not even close. So you need to up your game. You people on YouTube need to up your fucking game. Because all I'm going to do now is just do proper mixes that I do at clubs. Like the one I just done. I'm getting fucked off with fucking around with you clowns. And I'm just going to bang out proper mixes where I actually play 99% of all the records. And I guarantee you, in a couple of years' time, I'll probably take a lot of subs. Not because of my technical skills. It's the fact that I play the fucking records and I match them. And that's what people want. That's all people care about at the end of the day. People go on YouTube doing their fucking housework and they put tunes on their fucking TV. That's all they care about. They're not standing there with pen and bit of paper marking down every little thing you do like you're so fucking important. So you need to get back in the fucking program and actually learn your hobby, if it is a hobby, and actually learn to do it properly. And actually get some, well, respect. And earn it. By playing your fucking records. One of you DJs, I'm not going to mention it, yeah? You got a habit of you play your fucking records, then you got this little device where it's basically an effects, and you're there twiddling it, and all you can hear is wow, 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 effect. And you're using this to then bring in the other track because your DJing skills are that shit that you can't even use the intros and outros that are written on the fucking track in the first place. You have to bring in a whole fucking digital fucking system to then fucking manipulate the sound. And the thing is, I know the records you're playing, and when you put that fucking stupid sound effect over the top, I can tell. And if I can tell, everyone else can. And that's why your channel started off really big and then it's flopped. Because people are cottoned onto you. That's the thing with music. You may play it like this, but then someone goes to another channel and actually plays it properly. They're like, oh, I didn't know it had sounded like that because the last DJ had effects going all over it. Honestly, you YouTube DJs are so low in the level of DJing, it's pathetic. But you all claim to be DJs, and you all knock out videos, and you get kids coming up to you and copying you. And if they're copying you, yeah, and you wonder why music's shit nowadays. Because they've got fucking shit DJs who think they're shit, with kids copying them, producing shit. Because you're all fucking shit. Now, that's all I'm going to say on the matter. I've made a set called Modern DJs, You Shit. Well, actually, I've written You Modern Dubstep DJs, You Shit. If you can't even get on that level, mate, if you can't even mix on that basic level and actually play your fucking records, then I suggest you get re-educated and get back to basics. And actually tell your YouTubers you're going back to basics. Instead of this facade you keep putting on, which everybody's noticing, is pathetic. The art of DJing is dying. The technology, Pioneer, removed the art of DJing from you by giving you instant gratification, called sync. The joy of DJing, the learning and everything about it, has been taken away from you by Pioneer because they're more interested in money. And now, yeah, you got devices that can do what a DJ does, technically, but the actual art of mixing records together, well, you're at the bottom. Because unfortunately, Pioneer doesn't provide you with that fucking advancement. The rest of it is down to the DJ. So, up your fucking game. Actually fucking mix the records together. Actually think about what you're doing and produce a decent set. And actually get fucking dubstep back in the mainstream. And get the fucking art of DJing back to the level it once was. Otherwise, honestly, 5 years from now, tracks will only be 2 minutes long. Because that's all you care about. And DJing, bro step DJing, will be the default DJing forever. Because you can't be fucking bothered. Just like any other fucking kid out there nowadays, can't be fucking bothered. Even young adults just can't be bothered. It's all about the ego and the image on the screen. It's pathetic. I think personally, DJing itself, the art needs to be saved. And music as a whole needs to be saved because it's I don't know where the fuck it's going, really. But it needs to change. And you guys, with your $2,000 fucking equipment, you are responsible for it. So either set your standards, or should I say raise your fucking standards, learn to DJ properly, or just accept defeat. And that all this bro step type of music, that's the future. And all these beautiful dubstep tracks that we've got currently, well, they're just be bro stepped. It'd just be the first half of these tracks. Because that's apparently popular now. Only play the first half of the tracks is the go-to DJ method now. Which makes me wonder why people like BioMe, the artist BioMe, who makes like 8-minute long tracks, eventually he's not going to bother. And all these artists, they'll just copy the same suit. They would rather make a 2-minute track and charge you £2 for it, and they'll be millionaires within a year. Why should they sit there writing these 8-minute long tracks? Because why should they?